Hello, what is up? My name is Lauren and welcome back to Lauren Loves Literature. So today I'm coming at you with a tag that I have seen revive itself in my subscription box. I remember a year or two ago this tag was really big and now it has come back, and that is the reading habits tag. I will link the original video down below. I don't have it with me right now, but whoever created it will be the first link in the description, so you can go check out the original tag. On the blog that I found these questions on, there is like a second tag that they called the read habits tag, so I guess reading and habits together, and that has 6 questions. So I'm going to answer both tag questions. I think they're 2 separate tags, but yes, I'm going to be answering both sets of questions. Let's get right into this tag. Number 1, do you have a certain place at home for reading? This is kind of like an office space for me, so I have it's kind of like an office lounge kind of thing for me. So I have this futon right here, and that is where I do most of my reading. I think it's super comfortable. It's kind of in this quiet room, and yes, so I do most of my reading there. I also have a chair that is at my aunt's house right now because we haven't been able to move it here yet, and that chair is one of those like egg-shaped swing chairs, and when I have that, I normally read in that as well. Number 2, bookmarks or random pieces of paper. So actually, for a long time, I still do this sometimes, I will just memorize the page that I was on, which is a very risky game because sometimes if I don't come back to the book for a day or two, I will completely forget, and I just kind of have to flip through and be like, I think I was here. But recently I've really gotten into bookmarks. This is a brand new one I have. It's just a dog and it says I love my dog, and it's got like a chain kind of thing on it. Also, one of my amazing booktube friends named Britt sent me some of their channel bookmarks, and they just say slantedspines.com and then have a quote, I believe. Yes. So I've been using these a lot just because they're nice and thin and they just look real nice. Number 3, can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? So I tend to do a page count. So I'll be like, I can stop reading once I hit page 50, and then I will read till page 50 and then I'll stop. So say page 50 is just like the middle of a chapter, I will read till the end of that chapter. So I tend to set a page count for myself, but then I will read till the end of the chapter that page count was in. It just makes my brain happy. Number 4, do you eat or drink while reading? And the answer to this is yes. If you have watched any of my reading vlogs, you know that I love garden herb Triscuits. Like, those are my designated reading snack. I don't know what it is, but they are just like perfect. They are super messy and get crumbs everywhere, but like they are just so good, and I always read them while I always eat them while I read. So I guess that's my designated reading snack. Number 5, multitasking. Do you listen to music or watch TV while you read? And the answer to this is no. I get so distracted so easily, and if there's music playing, I want to listen to the music. If there's TV, I will like keep looking up for my book to watch the TV, even if it's a show I'm not interested in. My brain just does not like having too many things going at once. I've tried doing the where you listen to music that relates to the book, or you listen to a playlist that's made for the book while you read, and I get so distracted. So if I do listen to music, it's like classical music, but even that can be kind of distracting for me. Number 6, one book at a time or several at once. So if you asked me this question a month ago, I would probably say one at a time, just because, like I said with the multitasking question, I get so distracted. But I have found that audiobooks are kind of cool. I'm not sure that I could listen to like a fantasy book on audiobook. Lately I have just been listening to very like 2-hour-long short story kind of things on free for YouTube. So I've listened to The 4 Agreements, and now I'm listening to Alice in Wonderland. So I have that book going, and then I'm also currently reading The Queen of Nothing. So both of them are going at the same time, and I have found that that's a good system. I like to lay in bed at night and listen. Hey guys, my camera died, so I am back now. I'm sorry if the camera has moved a little bit. We're going to jump right back in with question number 7, which is reading at home or everywhere. I read at home and at appointments, I guess. Those are really the only 2 places that I take books, as my house, or if I have to sit somewhere for a long time for an appointment, I like to bring a book. Number 8, reading out loud or reading silently in your head. All the tags that I've watched, everyone's like, reading out loud, why would you do that? I read out loud when I am having a hard time getting through a book, or if there's like a confusing part, I do like to read out loud. I think it helps me a lot to understand something, and it helps me kind of slow down and take in the book a little bit more. So I guess both. I mostly read in my head, but sometimes I read out loud. Number 9, do you read ahead or even skip pages? I'm one of those people that always flips to the end to read how many pages the whole book has, and I always end up looking at the last line of the book. Like, it's such a problem of mine. So I guess that counts. But I do skim sometimes if I'm like really bored and it's just like describing really boring things. I will skim, I will admit it, but otherwise no. Number 10, breaking the spine or keeping it like new. I really don't care. I'm not somebody who goes out of their way to keep the spine like pristine condition, but I also am somebody who is not like trying to keep their books like perfect or purposely crack it. It just, if it happens, it happens. Books are meant to be used, books are meant to be read, and cracks are gonna happen, so it doesn't really bother me. Number 11, do you write in books? I only write physically in books, not on like a post-it note, but like actually on the paper, if I have already read the book before and this is a reread of mine, because that way I know that I actually am going to keep the book. I'm not going to be donating it or giving it to somebody. I like to keep those books that I have written in for myself. And so like Court of Mist and Fury, Hunger Games, like my favorite books I have written all over, and I know that I'm going to keep them. So only books that I am rereading I will write in physically. Now moving on to the Read Abbots tag. I don't know who created this, but this is like a short little sweet tag. Number 1, when do you find yourself reading? Like morning, afternoon, night, all the time? I would say like evening, afternoon kind of area. I'm somebody who likes to read late at night, but I would definitely say like starting in the afternoon when I've kind of done everything for the day and I can just sit down and read. I have really bad fatigue, so the morning it tends to be worse for me. Just because I'm like so sluggish, but I would definitely say the afternoon and the evening. Number 2, what is your best setting to read in? This room right here. I've already answered that question. Number 3, what do you do first, read or watch? If there is a TV show or a movie coming out and I'm interested in it and I have heard of the book, I tend to read the book first. I will say there's been some exceptions, like I watched The Perks of Being a Wallflower before I read it because I didn't know there was a book. But I do kind of regret that. But if I can, I will read first. Like the Six of Crows, I'm going to try, and the Grishaverse, basically, I'm going to try and read those before the show comes out in April, just because that's something that I like to do. So you will see me reading those. Number 4, what form do you prefer? Audiobook, ebook, or physical book? So like 95% of the time, I would say physical book, just because I like having something to hold. I like being able to physically see how far I am. I like the smell of it. I like just the feeling of it. I am a bibliophile. I love it. But I will say that ebooks are super, super nice, and just having that convenience of being able to read anywhere in the dark, literally just having so many books at where you can hold them at the same time, is a really great access point for reading. So I would say 95% physical, 4.5% ebook, and 0.5% audiobook. Number 5, do you have a unique reading habit? I don't think this is like unique, but if I'm reading, I will like imitate or like I will like act out what the characters are doing a lot of the times. Like if a character's like in A Court of Mist and Fury, where Reese purrs all the time, I'm like like, so I tend to copy what characters do, or if they growl, I'll like grr, like, or smirking, or biting their lip. Like I do that stuff all the time, and I must look so silly to people who watch me like read. Number 6, do your series have to match? I would like to say that I'm one of those people that's like, no, all my books can be mismatched, but honestly it really does bother me, especially if I have a hardcover that's like this tall and then I have like a paperback that's like this tall in the same series. It drives me a little bit nuts. So I'm gonna say that it does matter. It do matter. It does matter, and but I'm not gonna like not buy a book because of it. I feel like my Poppy War series is going to end up being a hardback with paperback mixed in, which is a little bit frustrating, but we'll get through it. It's literally, I just care about what's inside the book, you know, but I also like do care about the aesthetic a little bit. So we did it. We made it through the tag. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you are. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button, just because I am almost at 200 subscribers, which is super exciting. And if you have made it this far, leave a yellow heart emoji in your comment, and that way I will know that you watched till the end, which is so special. So if you're here, thank you so much. All my links will be down in the description below. You can always find me on Twitter, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.